All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Another update for you on my HGH journey. I had just wrapped up week one of the Zomactin HGH, which was different from the Omnitrope I was taking before. And so week two, we're getting ready to roll into that. So if you haven't already, my name's Rob. I'm just some average dude from the Midwest. Started taking peptides. I guess it's been almost 9 months ago now, Ipamorelin and CJC 1295. So if you haven't already, if you're interested in that, you can subscribe and go back and watch all of my weekly updates that I talk about my process, my dosing, what happened during all of that. Or if you're interested in just being an average dude in the HGH, subscribe. And I've been putting out weekly updates, kind of weekly. It's been a little bit weird. I had that weird week where the Omnitrope, which I had started the process with, ran out. So I didn't have anything for like a week and a half. Plus, getting COVID in the middle of there, and I couldn't work out whenever I was actually on it. It was a little bit of a cluster that first month. So 1 week now on the Zomactin. A couple of things I think is really interesting difference between the Zomactin versus the Omnitrope. One is the shelf life of the Zomactin is less, so it's only 14-day shelf life versus the Omnitrope, which was closer to like maybe like a 21-day or a 30-day. And so I'm going through this a little bit faster. But my baseline IU dosing is 2.4 IUs with this Zomactin. My baseline with the Omnitrope was 1.2. I had to ask my doctor, like, hey, is it okay if I increase up to 2? So I calculated what that would be. So I was actually taking more than my daily sort of baseline prescription with the Omnitrope to reach that 2. The 2.4 being my baseline here is nice because that means I don't have to do any more than I'm being prescribed. So I actually like the 2.4 number a lot. I like the 2, but I like the 2.4 a lot more, at least on paper. So, that's something different. I've had zero side effects with the Zomactin whatsoever. The side effects with the Omnitrope were very, very subtle. A quick sort of heart palpitation right after I would do it, and I would feel a little bit of like restless legs. I got nothing at all with the Zomactin, which I love. I'm thankful for that. And nothing else. I am sleeping very, very hard right now, maybe related to the HGH, but hard to wake up sometimes. Sleep until like 11 o'clock, and I haven't done that in quite some time. So things are going very well on that. But, it was a very weird month because I think I did 2 weeks or almost 3 weeks on the Omnitrope, but I got COVID during that, so I couldn't work out for almost 2 weeks of it. And then the pharmacy running out and being some sort of shortage. I didn't have anything for a week and a half. So I didn't love that. And I felt like then starting over with something else was like going back to square one, but I don't think so necessarily. There is something that I think that is worth mentioning from a physical standpoint. My scale isn't moving. I'm really kind of just stuck at the same number. I'm on a very specific workout plan, cardio for 3 days, lifting for 3 days. That's a big change from what I was doing before, which was pretty much 6 days of working, lifting. So I'm implementing more cardio, which has always worked well for me for weight loss, but I'm not losing any weight yet. But what's interesting is I have 100% noticed from an aesthetic and visible standpoint that when I am working out, that I am a bit more vascular than I have been in a long time, especially if I'm doing arm stuff. I'll see the veins here on the front kind of pop without very much effort whatsoever. I've really noticed that since I started the Zomactin. And so I don't know if it's the Zomactin doing it. I don't know if it's the foundation with the Omnitrope and now the Zomactin doing it on top of it. But it's definitely something that I have picked up on the last several times that I've been at the gym doing really much of anything of like, I haven't seen those veins in that arm or in those arms for quite some time. So, I didn't see really anything physically different during the entire peptide journey. So it's nice to see at least a little bit of something, whatever it's related to, something that is a positive to me and something that shows me maybe a sign of good progress or progress in some direction that I want. So just thought I would mention that as well. But, everything else is going very, very well. No complaints on it really at this point. I'm going to have to put in another order at the end of this week because these are only about 2 weeks worth of product every time that I make an order. And so hopefully they're not out of stock again this time, but I'll be sticking with the Zomactin. Even if they get the Omnitrope back, I'll just be doing this because it's treating me very well. And I've actually seen something physically, even though the scale isn't necessarily changing. And I'm not seeing a body fat percentage change necessarily, at least yet. Seeing something physically, I'll take that as a W at this point. And I haven't had a good W in a long time with this stuff. So I'm also still counting my calories and make sure I'm getting more protein than I would normally be getting, closer to like the 275 to 300 grams per day. I'm 255 pounds. So, a little bit over a gram per pound of my body weight. So, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. Thanks y'all so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit like, go back and watch all those other videos. I'll come back after week 2 of Zomactin, week 5 of the whole thing, and let you know how things are looking at that point. Holidays are right around the corner, so I'm going to have to be super careful on how I approach the food situation to make sure that I don't bombard my systems with too much and ruin the HGH or what it's trying to do. So that's it. Thanks you all so much. If you don't watch my videos until after the holidays are done, have a great holiday, and we'll see you on the next one, or we'll see you next year. Peace out.